Hello, David here again, coming to you on behalf of BeInCrypto. In recent videos, we've discussed Ethereum and DeFi kind of a lot. I've broken down some of the services available in the decentralized finance ecosystem, as well as touted how ETH 2.0 stands to take Ethereum to a whole new level. I'd highly recommend going to check out those videos before returning to this one, to help give you a general understanding of some of the things we'll be referencing. That's because today I want to explore 7 specific reasons why some people feel that Ethereum is eventually going to surpass Bitcoin as the #1 cryptocurrency, both in terms of general use as well as market cap. Now, don't get us wrong. This isn't an anti-Bitcoin stance, and we're well aware there's other coins that themselves may prove to be bigger than Bitcoin in time. We'll undoubtedly be making videos highlighting these other amazing projects too before long, but today, let's focus on Ethereum. By the end of this video, we'll hopefully have made a solid case for why you may not want to wait on upping your ETH position, and we'll let you know where you can easily get some today. So with that, let's get right into it. Number 1. Ethereum is programmable money. Let's start off by discussing the inherent nature of how Ethereum is different from Bitcoin. Bitcoin does a pretty fantastic job of being a store of value, often referred to as digital gold. However, this is about where Bitcoin's functionality ends. Ethereum offers full smart contract support and is positioned to be a global computer. This means that Ethereum does what Bitcoin does, and so much more. ETH is effectively a form of programmable or smart money, and contracts can be created that only allow for transfers of funds when certain conditions have been met. Because this can all be automated and enforced by blockchain, these contracts represent a huge step forward over traditional pen and paper contracts, which could be broken easily and required outside legal entities to enforce. This makes Ethereum a far more sophisticated asset than fiat currencies or even Bitcoin itself. While it is absolutely true that Ethereum is by no means the only programmable currency or global computer, it definitely has the advantage of being one of the first, and currently the most widely used by far. Number 2. Decentralized Finance. We've talked about DeFi on here before, but I can't emphasize enough how big this realm stands to be in the coming years. Thanks to everything we just described, Ethereum is currently the cornerstone of that. While Bitcoin has definitely revolutionized global payments, DeFi stands to turn fintech on its head. This space has absolutely exploded in 2020, and currently the vast majority of all DeFi transactions happen on Ethereum. Popular decentralized exchanges like Uniswap and 1inch are showing almost no signs of slowing down, and new projects are being launched every week. So again, I encourage you to check out our recent video outlining the possibilities of decentralized finance, because I don't want to repeat it all here, but just know that the adoption rate we're already seeing is making it look like both DeFi and Ethereum are going to continue to be huge as we go deeper into 2021. Number 3. Beyond DeFi. DeFi is great, but it's also just the beginning. Again, pretty much every type of application can be brought into this ecosystem as a decentralized app or dApp. So, while financial services are one of the most obvious and attractive right now, the larger world of games, entertainment, social media, and more are all slowly being prepared as well. Platforms are already in existence that are using Ethereum's blockchain to power various types of transactions, and this has potentially huge implications for the future of the entire internet. Look at what's already been done with MetaMask, acting as a single cryptocurrency wallet that you can use across countless websites. Now imagine something like that built for gaming, and which exists natively on a next-generation gaming console. Your total assets could be accessed from any game, and could be exchanged between different games extremely easily. There's already dozens of popular games available, but it's only a matter of time before we see this implemented on a AAA title. Once the first so-called killer app powered by Ethereum becomes available, expect to see a veritable avalanche of others to follow. This will absolutely skyrocket demand for ETH as an asset, and you can expect the price to respond accordingly. There's plenty of other sectors as well that stand to be completely revolutionized by the potential benefits of a global computer. One great example here is the energy market. Already, companies like WePower are using Ethereum to tokenize renewable energy, which can then be easily bought and sold by companies seeking to reach their sustainability goals. There's also the recent release of the tokenized carbon credit called UpCO2. This takes verified REDD+ carbon credits offered by the United Nations REDD+ initiative and makes them available for trade on Ethereum. This means both businesses and even retail customers can offset their carbon footprint with an ease never available before. This has even led to the creation of Bitcoin Zero, a token that wraps Bitcoin together with an amount of UpCO2 tokens in order to offset the emissions created by Bitcoin, hence a carbon-neutral version of the asset. This would be difficult to achieve without the power of smart contracts. There's many other possibilities for how Ethereum can be a game changer for businesses, with some already being explored. Hopefully, this gives you at least a glimpse into the ways that Ethereum has a huge potential to be well received even outside of financial services. Number 4. Proof of stake versus proof of work. Speaking of environmental concerns, Ethereum offers more to the eco-conscious crowd than just tokenized carbon offsets. keep in mind that the Ethereum 2.0 upgrade is going to switch the network from proof of work to proof of stake. Proof of stake isn't just faster and more scalable, it is also notably more energy efficient than proof of work. This is because it doesn't require powerful computers from all over the world competing to be the first to solve complex math problems in order to generate new blocks. True, there still needs to be a system of nodes in place, but cutting-edge, energy-expensive miners are no longer a part of the process. This means that Ethereum will be immediately more attractive to environmentally motivated developers than Bitcoin will be, especially as this key difference becomes better understood. When you couple the ethics of it with the practical considerations surrounding performance, it's not hard to imagine that more savvy investors of the coming years will be leaning harder into Ethereum than Bitcoin. Number 5. Ethereum's plan to scale. We've already discussed many of the elements of how Ethereum developers want to scale the network, but next we wanted to emphasize the importance of the fact that there is indeed a concrete path in place. Assuming that both the proof of stake and sharding upgrades go as planned, there's no reason that the network couldn't support thousands of transactions per second, which should easily be sufficient for global adoption. Even if this upgrade takes multiple more years, it stands to be fully operational well before Bitcoin has a comparable boost to its latency. Progress may be slow, but Ethereum already has its roadmap and is beginning to implement it. Bitcoin has a variety of possible solutions, but no single clear path that is generally agreed upon to work. Because the community has largely rejected increasing Bitcoin's block size, and changes to the codebase are slow to be approved and somewhat rare, then the most likely way for Bitcoin to scale is a layer 2 solution like Lightning Network. Although there has been some great work done on Lightning Network, and it does show notable potential, it also struggles with a lack of focus. For example, there are multiple versions of the Lightning Network being worked on currently, and it isn't clear which one, if any, will be the adopted final solution. This lack of clarity about the future of scaling could become increasingly problematic as both networks become strained by their own growth. When it becomes clear to investors that Ethereum has a solution already coming, while Bitcoin's future is more nebulous, it just may shift where they put their money. That all being said, the truth is that both Bitcoin and Ethereum actually stand to help each other moving forward, which brings us to our next point. Number 6. Bitcoin's success can be Ethereum's success. It is possible that Bitcoin's scalability issue may be, at least in part, aided by Ethereum. Consider the fact that already the Ethereum network is beginning to use Bitcoin as a form of reserve asset. Thanks to tokenization, there's already over 175,000 Bitcoin locked into the Ethereum blockchain. Bitcoin that's on Ethereum is often referred to as wrapped Bitcoin, but there are in fact many unique projects that offer one form of this or another. Once on the network, this Bitcoin can be used to interact with the DeFi ecosystem, and stands to gain the benefit of Ethereum's overall faster transactions and block times. It's been speculated that moving forward, we may see Bitcoin acting as a sort of collateral layer to Ethereum, with smart contracts on the network serving as the transactional layer. This could mean that Ethereum basically becomes Bitcoin's layer 2 solution. Even without the Bitcoin blockchain scaling very much, it could still serve this purpose of being a well of value that Ethereum can then tap into, which may realistically help to boost the adoption of both assets. Number 7. The currency crunch has already begun. The last thing I want to talk about is also the most important, and that's the fact that we're already seeing evidence of growing adoption and an overall crunch on supply. Detractors have often stated that Ethereum's lack of a hard cap means it's less suitable for currency than Bitcoin, which is limited to 21 million coins ever being produced. We're not really going to get into this debate here, but we will point out that regardless of this fact, the price of Ethereum has been rising lately, and we've also begun to see an outflow of the asset from major exchanges. It's obvious that at least a reasonable portion of this is moving onto the DeFi platforms, a trend that, as mentioned, doesn't look to be slowing down. The major takeaway here is that the supply and demand balance is shifting. It can be argued whether the rising price is pushing up demand or the rising demand is pushing up price, but it's basically a chicken or the egg scenario. They rise together as public opinion shifts, and it's pretty obvious that more and more people are waking up to Ethereum. Take for example the fact that just recently Amazon Web Services began offering Ethereum blockchain access. Now, AWS customers can remotely spin up their own Ethereum node and begin interacting with the network directly. This should open a pathway for a whole new generation of DeFi platforms and dApps, which stands to further accelerate this process. This is just one example, but it's hardly a small one. The point is that both the data and the news are supportive of the fact that Ethereum is only getting started, demand is growing, and currently nothing is looking poised to derail this anytime soon. If our video has convinced you of Ethereum's potential, consider buying your Ethereum from the Stormgain cryptocurrency exchange. Stormgain is not only one of the hottest up-and-coming exchanges out there, it also offers several valuable perks such as a loyalty program, bonuses for referrals, annual interest on crypto deposits, and using the official app, you can even begin cloud mining cryptocurrency for free. If you want to get into the DeFi movement, you'll need to get that Ethereum from somewhere, and Stormgain offers a bit more than most exchanges, so be sure to check them out. Okay, that should do it for today. Again, we want to reiterate that we aren't Ethereum maximalists. We just feel the potential for Ethereum's network and market cap to grow larger than Bitcoin's is very real, but only time will ultimately reveal what happens. In the meantime, tell us what you think down in the comments. Can Ethereum grow larger than Bitcoin, or are we missing something? What other cryptocurrencies do you feel have a shot at the crown? Also, if you'd like to learn more about the latest happenings with Bitcoin and crypto, be sure to check us out over at BeInCrypto.com for daily updates and analysis. Additionally, be sure to look for our other content such as news, interviews, and more right here on YouTube. Lastly, if trading is your thing, then come join our trading community on Telegram, where you'll get access to the latest technical analysis from our top traders. Until next time, thanks as always for watching. We'll see you right here in another video real soon.